Hey folks, Captain Jim coming to you with another ride video. Been a while since I've been out on the CTX with a video camera. Taking it out a time or 12, but just haven't recorded anything. So, beautiful day here in the desert today. High is going to be about 81 degrees. Clear, sunny, light breeze. Perfect day for a ride. I'm able to do it even in the middle of the afternoon, which is unusual. So, looking forward to getting out of the housing development here and getting myself out on the road and on up to South Mountain for a little bit of twisty road therapy. So, stay tuned. Out on one of the side streets that takes me about 4.5 miles or so to get down to where I can get into the entrance to South Mountain, the South Mountain Regional Park and Preserve. I'm shooting this on Monday, November 11th, Veterans Day. So kids are out of school, plenty of people off work, and I'm going to be taking my time and riding extra careful, because there's going to be a lot of people out on the road today, I anticipate. Even though we officially live in Phoenix, which is the 5th largest city in the country, we are in a, I don't know whether to call it a suburb or a village or what, but we're in the Levine area. And as you can see, it's not wall-to-wall houses. It is developing up fast. It's one of the few areas left in the valley where there's still room to build. They're paving paradise and putting up parking lots. Well, they're paving paradise and putting up homes. But makes for some interesting riding. It's two-lane road, as you can see right in here, and it'll turn back into 4-lane in a little bit, but it's I would call it a secondary road. 40-45 mile an hour speed limits. They get me down to where I can make a turn to get into the park, but it doesn't feel like you're in a major city around here. I got up this morning, took Murphy out for a walk, and I could hear the donkeys braying and roosters crowing. We're still near some small farms that are pretty much right off of the, right outside the wall of our courtyard, actually. Won't be any houses right next to that, but I am sure in time those places will sell out and somebody else will be building up another home development. But in the meantime, it's a beautiful day for a ride. And just made the turn onto Central, which, as you can see ahead of me up there, coming into the foothills of South Mountain. This is a road that takes me into the park. And I'm into the actual South Mountain Park right now. And the first mile or so into the park on this main road has a lot of speed bumps. It seemed to be every couple hundred yards or so. I think there's about a dozen of them before those go away, and then you're into a nice 25 mile an hour speed limit and lots of twisty curves. And on this stretch, the speed bumps don't go all the way out to the edge of the road, so on a motorcycle or scooter you can kind of swing by the edges of those. In the past, I've been riding this road generally first thing in the morning because it's been so hot. But now that we're actually into fall, it's been about almost 2 weeks where we haven't been up in the hundreds for a daily high. And that has been a true delight. While I do feel I am happier with the heat as opposed to being in the cold and the snow, something a little more moderate would still be my preference. Here are some of the offices for the park. They have several nice buildings and office type things in here. All right, as we get into the park, you can see it's all desert landscape. Lots of saguaro cacti and the sand and rock. Took a while to get used to that after living down the tropical tip of Texas, where everything is green and flowery pretty much year-round. And this is the last speed bump on that stretch that I was telling you about. Looks like the truck in front of me is not sure what he's doing. Put on a left blinker and then a right blinker, and now he's gone by 2 right turns where he could have gotten out. So he's just going to drive with his blinker on, which is big fun. And with riding days, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Wasn't planning on coming out here and tearing up the roads, but I'm caught behind the same pickup that couldn't figure out whether he's making a right turn, a left turn, or no turn. And he's doing a couple of miles an hour below the speed limit, so I was planning on it being a leisurely ride. Really wasn't thinking it was going to be this leisurely. But I'll pull off at a turn off out here, or pull over at a turnover out here, and let him get a little ways ahead. So I can actually enjoy the curves a little bit. Thought he was going to come to a complete stop on that curve. Okay, I'll pull over and let him get a little ways ahead. Might have to wait for a half hour for him to actually clear the road a little bit. In the meantime, you can see some of the desert landscape there. It's not a matter of just going fast. Sometimes it's kind of nice to not have somebody unpredictable right in front of you. As mentioned earlier, I'm riding the Honda CTX today with the dual clutch transmission. So I can up and down shift as desired, even though I have it in sport mode right now. Gives me a chance to keep the engine braking happening the way I like it to be. Oh yeah, my area is 2 curves ahead, so I've pretty much already caught up with him. Not a lot of traffic in the park today, considering it's Veterans Day. Most people have the day off, or at least a lot of them do. And it's cool enough out here that there's plenty of people out hiking and taking photos. And guys like me shooting some video. Oh my goodness, he did come to almost a complete stop there. Gracious. And it's a double yellow line, so you have to kind of count on him being decent, which, judging by his driving behavior, that ain't gonna happen. So there really isn't any good clear space to be able to pass safely and legally. But that's okay, I'm still enjoying the ride. Yep, still behind him. Him coming up on a place where there'll be the road goes straight or you can turn. My plan is to turn. We'll see what his plan is first. Most people go straight and go to the view area that they can kind of see from this road. What he lacks in speed, he makes up for by crossing over the center lane. Okay, there we go. He's going straight. I'm going to turn. I'm out from behind him, so we can enjoy a little. I'm not going to call it stress-free riding, because that was not stressful being behind him, other than the frustration of not knowing what he was going to do in terms of coming to a complete stop on the road. But this just makes for some pleasant riding. Lots and lots of curves, some up and down hill, pretty desert scenery, and I'm not on a schedule. Life is pretty good. I'll shut up for a while and let's listen to a little music. Shooting with my DJI Action 4 camera today. In case I didn't say that already, and I may have. I'm old, I repeat myself. And passing a guy on a bicycle. Been quite a few bicycles today, or I usually see them out early in the morning too. And I'm doing the audio with the DJI Mic 2. I gotta say, I really like the way these two things connect together so that you can have the audio burned right in onto the video. There's some nice twisties on South Mountain. We've had the opportunity to ride some great motorcycle roads over the years, and this is not real long. You can see I just went by mile marker 6.5 there, so it's only about 7.5 miles out to the end of this, but that gives you 15 miles of good twisty riding, and honestly that's as long as, a little longer even, than one way on Tail of the Dragon. And the fact that it's so darn close to our home, well, that just makes it even more fun. Because on the rare occasion that I do get caught behind somebody, like the guy in the white Ford pickup, I know there'll be other days. It's all about the timing. Can't begrudge somebody who wants to get out on a beautiful day. Somebody's out paragliding today, and a nice view of the area south of South Mountain, away from the developed part of Phoenix. Lots of people out enjoying the day. This is as full as I've seen this parking lot in a very long time.